Hello, this is Eric Carlsen. I'm an animator and designer, and I'm sharing with you today a collaborative animation and music project that I'm undertaking with my dad, Phil Carlsen. Basically, he is composing bits of music, and then he'll give that to me. I make animation to that music, and then I animate a little bit more beyond that on my own. Then I hand it back to him. He adds music to that animation, and then generates more of his own music. So it's kind of leapfrogging back and forth and taking inspiration from what the other person did before and kind of seeing where it evolves. So it's been a fun project so far. We've just done one round, but I'm going to show you some of how that process went. Okay, so let's start by looking at the music that he gave me. So pretty cool. So he gave that to me a few days before I began animating, and then here is a time lapse of the animation. And I only gave myself an hour and a half just to make it more of a challenge and kind of, force some interesting ideas to come out and make sure I didn't have any kind of perfectionism. So, and you have the videos of the two of us on top of this, which is kind of funny to watch. My dad basically just watched along as I worked, out of curiosity to see what I did with it. So yeah, in listening to the song, I thought maybe it could have some sort of uh, cave-like aesthetic. I thought it sounded kind of mysterious, and then the thing at the end, the ba-dum, I thought that could be, I don't know, maybe looking up or something kind of lifting up. But otherwise, I had no ideas. I didn't start work on this before we met up, but I just started making really rough pieces in Photoshop that I could then bring into After Effects and try and spread out to give some 3D depth. Um, so here I am starting to spread it out. The idea that we're kind of flying toward this object in the middle. I wanted it to feel really deep and cavernous, so I'm trying to push things far back in the camera view. And as I'm going, you can see on the left I have my top view, so I'm just kind of keeping track of how far away things are from the camera and just orienting myself to the 3D space that I'm creating. And got the basic move there, and then so that was about halfway through, and then I had to figure out more stuff. This is now once we're past where he'd made music for it. Um, and this idea maybe came from being a new dad, just wanting like a cute little character, kind of like our little baby. Um, Thinking, yeah, maybe he could be hiding out in this cavern. Um, so I started making pieces for it really quickly. You can see I'm starting to run low on time. That's why everything is super rough. I'm not worrying about filling in things perfectly. Uh, so yeah, putting those in as fast as I can. And they're set up in their own compositions now, so I can kind of tweak the timings. And then I have a master composition where these like little sub scenes are going into. Um, so now lining him up in the box. There is some 3D depth to that, but not enough to notice that well when the camera's moving. I wanted to have him move the lid as we approach, have it kind of pop off. Definitely running low on time. And yeah, doing the final tweaks, getting him positioned in place, getting him to do his little pop out of the box thing. Pacing it out, adding like a couple little effects, and quickly at the last minute adding some tinting to kind of draw more focus to the middle, so darkening up what's in the very close foreground and in the background. And then there we go. With about 20 seconds to spare, I got it set up to render. So here's the finished piece. So there you have it. Now my dad's going to take that animation I made and he will make music for that final 10-ish seconds that I added onto it, and then generate another 10 seconds and hand that back to me, and we'll just kind of keep going on like this. And I'm excited to see what direction it'll go in. It might be that he's thinking of one direction, but then I add something new that he hadn't thought of, and it kind of changes it, and vice versa. So it's kind of cool. And we also take turns having the weight of the direction on our shoulders. So, when I got to my original 10 seconds at the end, I kind of had to come up with that based on what he'd done before. And then likewise, he'll do the same. But I think it's going to keep snowballing and building momentum as we go once we have the kind of look established like we do now and the sound. So looking forward to the next steps. And thanks for watching.